We've got one video in the books, and let's get you caught up. So far, the computer is 10 and 6, 62.5%. We hit 4 money lines out of 16 games, 4 money lines. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We're going to pick up where we left off. We're just going to do some bite-sized chunks here. Hopefully the video won't be too long because there's 140 plus games today. So couldn't do it all in one video. It'd be about a 3-hour long video. So we're just going to do these little hits and get out. We left off Kentucky hosting Alabama, laying 6.5. We say Kentucky by 12. And let's go find this game. Alabama. Kentucky wins 90-81, so a 9-point victory. And that's a win and a cover for the computer. And anyone else who took Kentucky? Gosh, that's got to be Alabama. It's like 8th or 9th loss. Man, kind of surprising. Dayton, not that they lost to Kentucky, but they have 8 or 9 losses. All right, listen, I know these are supposed to be quick, but we're going to take a quick look at Alabama because, I mean, they were doing so well earlier in the year. Lost to Iona, lost at Memphis, lost to Davidson, all three very good teams. Then 3 in a row at Missouri. What? Missouri? This is 9 and 16. Alabama. What are you doing losing to Missouri? I know that most likely they're preparing for Auburn and really probably weren't practicing much for Missouri. But then they lost at Auburn anyways. And then they lost at Mississippi State. And then they lost at Georgia, which is another embarrassing loss. Georgia's 6 and 21. So what do we do with Alabama? Now they've lost to Kentucky, respectable. But that's their 10th loss. They haven't recorded this yet. What do we do with them? Good numbers, but Arkansas, I mean, they're in Arkansas territory here. Look at Auburn. The lower the numbers, the better. Auburn is, head and shoulders above Alabama in terms of numbers. So what do we do with them? Yeah, here's what you do with them. You just roll with it. And no pun intended, but you just roll with it. All right, back to I'm sorry, a little tangent there. Dayton at St. Joseph's laying 5.5. Final score was, I'm afraid I'm going to have to look at every one of these ones up. Dayton 74-62. Normally I have them lined up ready to go, but it's a scrambled mess on Saturdays. So they did win and cover. So that's another win. Failed to get the line, so we can't play this one, but I do want to know what the final was so I can record it. Bryant and Fairleigh Dickinson, 105-93. So I do have to record that. Okay. Money line coming up, Indiana State, half a point at home to Southern Illinois. They're just a better team. Computer has Southern Illinois winning the game, and they're just a better team. Southern Illinois is just a better team. Yeah, they won the game 76-72. And that's another money line conversion. So let's go grab one of these previous ones and just copy and paste. Copy it and paste it. But in this case, oops, not there, here. Yeah. We haven't recorded these scores, so I'm just going to make these. What color should I make this? If they're still colored, I have to go back and record it. Now, these finals, I've already got them recorded, and then I shade them black just to tell myself that I have recorded them. Just so I don't miss any games. Okay. And then we have to go update the money line. That's our 5th money line of the day. Yeah, not bad. Okay, next up, UTEP hosting Southern Miss, 7.5 the line. When last week, no, that game, we already got that game. Yeah, we won that game. And so we went 4-1 this string. And we went 3-1 on this string. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. 3-1. So let's go take a check. So we're 13-6, 68.42% winning percentage on the day. So let's keep that up and maybe even get a little north of that. What do you say? Colgate hosting Boston U, laying 6.5. We say it's a 4-point game, so we're taking Boston U. And Colgate wins the game 72-53. So they defended their home court, and that's a loss for the computer. Army at American U, laying 3.5. Final score, we took Army. Final score, wow, Army. Wow, both the service academies got killed today by lesser opponents, 67-83. What? Wow. Yeah, Navy got killed today, and they were a much better team to, I forget who they were playing. Holy Cross. Yeah, Holy Cross beat the lights out of Navy, and Navy's like 16-8, and Holy Cross is like 3-22. Okay, come on, Auburn, help us out a little bit. Auburn at Florida, laying 2.5, so a little dangerous territory here. And Auburn loses 62-63. They don't win, they don't cover, it's a loss. Just any way you look at that, it's a loss. High Point at Radford Radford at home to High Point laying 1.5. We say High Point by 4, it's a money line. And final score here, High Point 64-66. So we lose the money line and cover that 2 points at 1.5. So we lose everything. Wow, could we go 0-5 this string? I mean, that's how fast it turns on a dime on us. Bradley hosting Illinois State, laying 8.5. Final score, Bradley 72-64. Oh my goodness. First off, let's look at how close this game was to prediction. Okay. And despite that, that half point got us. Unbelievable. 0-5. 0-5. After that narrow miss on the predicted score. Good Lord, man. That's like pain and punishment. You were wrong by a fraction, so we're going to punish you. Youngstown hosting IUPUI laying 17.5. We say 25. Youngstown wins 74-61. So the pain, the red pain, it just continues. Oklahoma State hosting Kansas State laying 5.5. We say it's going to be a 1-point game. So we took the dog. We took Kansas State. And I got to go find it. It may not be over. It's over. Oklahoma State 82-79. Okay, so thankfully they didn't cover, so we do get the win here. And the bleeding has stopped momentarily. We need to just go away entirely. Western Carolina hosting Mercer. They're getting 4.5. We say Mercer wins on the road by 9. Mercer loses 65-69. So that's a loss. This game is strange. Howard, who I believe is in Washington, D.C., and Morgan State, who I know is in Baltimore. Where is Howard University? Howard University. Howard University, sits on a hilltop in northwest blocks from the storied, in Washington, D.C. Howard is in Washington, D.C., and Morgan State is in Baltimore, and this game was played in Cleveland. So I don't know why, but it was. So there's no home team here, and Howard won. So Howard's favored 7.5. We say 17. And Howard only won by 2, 68-66. So that's a loss. They didn't cover. And why it was played in Cleveland? Your guess is as good as mine. Hofstra hosting Northeastern laying 11.5. And final score. Hofstra wins by 3, 76-73. Now, 0-5 followed up with a 1-4. That's awful. Oh, it's just destroying our day, too. Oh, boy. God. Now we're under 500. Suddenly, it just happens that fast. We're 14-15, under 500. Ugh. It just comes at you fast, folks. Oklahoma at Iowa State. Iowa State laying 1.5, hosting Oklahoma. We say Oklahoma wins the game. Iowa State destroyed them, 75-54. That's one of those games when Oklahoma said, "We're not going to show up. We're not going to play our hardest. You guys we're just going to cede you the victory, and we'll show up and go through the motions, but we're not going to play hard." And why this happens so often in college basketball, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the Big 12 is so competitive. Oklahoma cannot be giving games away like that. I mean, the standings have got to be just really tight. But that's what the Sooners did. Oral Roberts at North Dakota, laying 10.5. Final score 87-73, Oral Roberts. And so 10.5 is a cover. North Dakota State hosting Kansas City, laying 6.5. We say it's by 3. We take Kansas City or UMKC, however you prefer to call them. And North Dakota State 71-85, and Kansas City won the game. That's the win. Valparaiso hosting at Evansville, rather. 2.5's the line. We say Valpo by 7. And Valpo won 72-56 on the road at Evansville. What happened to Evansville, man? That's a win. Iowa at Ohio State. Ohio State laying 4.5. We say Iowa wins the game, and you heard that correctly. We think Iowa is a better team than Ohio State. Now, the Big Ten, the home court gets such a huge advantage that this is doubtful, but it's a money line play. So we're going with what the computer said. And let's go look for this game because it's not all lined up. And Iowa won the game. Wow, 75-62. Wow. Money line converted. Probable pick converted. And we're going to make sure we keep the scores in a colorized version so we can enter the game and not think it has been entered. Okay, and wow, we go 4-1. Back in it. Pardon me. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. 4-1 on that string. And now we're 18-16. Yeah, we were 60-something%. Akron, who I'm still mad at Eastern Michigan, laying 3.5. I'm mad at Akron because they're not playing hard. And like back-to-back games didn't play hard. Like, what are you waiting for Eastern Michigan? Really, Eastern Michigan, like 5-12? You're waiting for them? 67-48 Akron. All right, I'm a little less disappointed in you, Akron, but still not a fan of yours. I'll probably never visit your city. And Akron just has no reason to make me like them. Okay, UT Arlington hosting Arkansas State, laying 2.5. We say Arkansas State wins the game. So it's a money line. Arkansas, okay, this game is still going. Arkansas State's leading 53-42. This game is in progress. So it's lining up, and there's a minute left, and it's lining up like that's going to pay. We're going to hit a money line. Oh, that Iowa game, we did not do this. We have to go do this. So 6 money line of the day. Out of what is that? 34 games. We got 6 money lines. Not bad, folks. Another money line here. Louisville hosting Clemson, laying 0.5 point. We say Clemson wins. And I bet you this game is still in. Oh, that in a second, Louisville 70 to 61. So it's not a final. And Akron is still in progress too. So I need to go back that off. Get rid of this. And we'll make this a yellow still. That game is not final. And this game is not final, but it's in half, so it's not officially a final. And, you know, I think I turned the refresh off on this. So, yeah, Akron is still in progress. Arkansas State and UT Arlington still in progress. There's 15 seconds left in Louisville and Clemson, but Louisville's leading 70 to 61. So we can kiss the money line and probably the win away. Georgia State at Georgia Southern, laying 3.5. Let's see if this game's still in progress. It is, minute 10 left. So we're going to go. We'll dig around a little bit here, looking for some finals. But I'm getting a sense that that might be it for now. Let's go check Greensboro and Samford, because that's another money line. There's still a minute 12 left, and Samford has them by 5. So that one's not lining up for us. Merrimack and Sacred Heart. That is a final. Merrimack wins 80 to 79. And so they did not cover. And we prevail. It's a victory for the computer. South Dakota State and St. Thomas. This game is over before it started. 79 to 60. So it's a 19-point. Thank you, South Dakota State. 19-point victory. South Dakota State covers. Tarleton at Chicago State, laying 6.5. We're looking for finals here. Not quite a final, but Tarleton's got them 79-58. So we'll let that one continue. LSU and South Carolina, they're 10 minutes away. Yeah, so that's probably going to do it for us for now. Let's get you on the board here. 4-1. We have anything on that? So far we're 2-0 here. We're going to take every little single crumb we can get. All right, so that brings our current total, to 20 and 16. Okay, we turned it around there a little bit. Now we have 6 money line victories. Not bad, I guess. We could be doing better. Half point got us a couple of times. Oklahoma just decided not to play, But I'm not satisfied with that for sure. We need to be way north of that, but at least we're above 500. So that's going to do it for now. And we'll check back in here in a little bit. Once a handful of games go final, we'll just come in and do a quick hit and get out. All right, this is me getting out.